Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of our community news. Today's Friday, and we have a lot of really great things happening this week. We have our community comedy club with Johnny Herrera is going to be up and running. The 8 o'clock show is sold out. The 10 o'clock show, there are still some tickets left. And of course, we have the first French Valley Easter extravaganza in a few years, but our seventh one total. It's going to be right out here in the French Valley Village Shopping Center in front of our community. So please feel free to join us. But before we get into that, we have a couple of guests here on our community news today. Dan Sletton with the Limitless Sports Academy has partnered with a charter school, and we're going to talk a little bit about their enrollment, their program, and what they're doing for young athletes here in the Inland Empire. And then we are also going to have a conversation before that with Daryl Miller with Southern California Veterans Coalition, who runs a veterans group right here in our community every other Monday. I think it starts at 6:30.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in right now with Daryl Miller and Amy Serpa. Amy.
Thank you so much, David. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'm here with Daryl Miller, who is running his nonprofit, SoCal Veterans Coalition. So you are hosting every Monday, 6:30, a veteran support group here at our community. So tell us why you got started and what you're doing there.
Well, this is a new thing for the community out here. We had our first call it support group or camaraderie meeting. Basically what we want to do is the first and the third Mondays of the month, we want to have open space where we could have veterans from the community or active duty service members just have somewhere where they know that for 2 days out of the month that someone will be there for them at a specific time and place. So, and it doesn't have to be, it's not about doom and gloom and stuff like that. It's just a place where, if you want to get out and you want to hang around other veterans or meet other local veterans or people that you can relate to in your community, that there is a place for that. And that's the main goal, is to get people out of their house, get people back into the community, get veterans, their families, caretakers, all together, just so that there's support out there within the community for them. And they're not alone in anything they do. So yeah, I mean, the first one we had 7 veterans come out from all over, and the majority of them are just fellow veterans that are either new to the area or they just don't get out much, and they're looking for just, hey, well, I'm looking for someone like, maybe you and your family like to do this, maybe you like to go fishing, maybe you like to go hunting, and that's kind of the thing, to build up these bonds so that when someone is going through something, we'll be able to address that as a community and kind of the camaraderie of being in the military. And kind of build that way to help each other and support each other.
Fantastic. I love what you're doing. Of course, as a veteran, I appreciate it. It's a big thing to know that someone out here has our back and has our six after our service. So being able to provide the space where people can come out and connect, where veterans can come out and connect with one another, feel that camaraderie that we really miss after that transition, after a separation, is so crucial to keep our hearts beating. This is a heavy military community, a heavy first responder community, and so there's a lot more out here than we even realize. And so, especially coming out of COVID in a time where it was so easy to really slip into that isolation, and then that effects of PTSD and depression really helps, continue to spiral you down. Hooking arms with our brothers and sisters and coming out to our community Monday nights for support and camaraderie. It's such a huge thing, and it's nothing short of a miracle what you're doing. So I commend you, and thank you for what you're doing, because our brothers and sisters do need a place to go, not only where they can be heard and listened to and feel supported, but also you're bringing your psychology degree into this, and so you are able to really help with that mental health portion, provide services and resources for veterans to come and feel safe here. So explain, why you got your psychology degree and how that's benefiting your group.
Well, I'm working on my psychology degree right now, so, but yeah, I'd say, as we were talking earlier, I kind of explained that I had a weird midlife crisis. Instead of going out and buying a Lamborghini, divorcing a wife, and doing the whole Hollywood famous thing, I pretty much decided to go back to school to get work on a psychology degree So I can do clinical counseling for fellow veterans. I also went to Alabama Marymount and did their veteran peer support program. So I just had a huge shift of, I guess, perspective of life, because I'm just like a lot of people, not just veterans. I hit that rock bottom. I have PTSD. I suffer from depression. I suffer from anxiety, and stuff built up to a point where it was just like I was rock bottom. There was nowhere to go. There's two choices, and it's something shifted where it's like you can't. I looked at my kids and I was like, I can't do this,
Yeah.
And then I look at all my friends and veteran friends and their family members, and it's like we all feel that way at certain points. So like I said, it was a complete transitional shift of psyche and everything else.
Totally.
And it's kind of just been my, I would say, calling since then. And it's not all altruistic, because you also heal by helping other people.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I like to put out to people. It's like, you don't have to come to events. I'm trying to get you to come out to these events. But if you stand up and you're able to share your story with somebody, or you're able to show them support, then you are doing your part. And that's what I think the great thing about such a community-based situation is you can't make changes outside at a larger scale if you don't start in your home.
Right, 100%.
And so we try to go nationally and all that. It does work, but it's just so much stronger and more structured if you're helping where you live. And from that, it gives you that base to spread it out. And like you're saying, this area we live in is amazing for how many military, how many active duty, and it's not just the veterans, the ones that serve with active duty. You have their support structures, you have their caretakers, you have their kids. So I mean, eventually, this is not just for the service member. Eventually, it'll expand more. We can start implementing caregiver programs, events for kids. We also educate on holistic medicines. We have anything that could benefit the veteran that's not going to hurt them in the long run. I want to know about it. If you want to speak about it, you want to educate them on it, let me know. I'll bring you in any information that can be put out there, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on or what's offered to them. And like you're saying, how this kind of started with COVID is my father's a Vietnam veteran, and he just ended up, because of Agent Orange, losing both his legs last year.
Wow.
So we became his caretaker, and he's never old school veterans. He never talked to psychologists or anything like that, and he wanted to, but because of COVID and the VA, good or bad, they never offered face to face. They couldn't deal with that. Right. So I was trying the whole time through COVID to find a way to close that gap. I saw how it was affecting him, and it was affecting me too. So perfect timing, you guys. This opened up, community based. And that was the main priority to start this. Was I saw what it was doing to him, and able to get him out of the house and around other people that aren't going to look at him weird because disabilities. They're going to understand or stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And when you see when veterans and people come in, within 5 minutes, everything changes. They may be bitter when they walk in, but at least they're smiling now a little bit, at least for 5 minutes. Or like you always hear, I haven't told anyone this in a long time. So that's the whole purpose of it. It's just build up enough support and enough strength within ourselves to move forward to make our lives better and easier, but also the community and the people around us. But you can't do that without starting with yourself. And like you're a veteran, like you can just walk in, like okay, you drop your pack and be like, all right,
totally.
I'm in a PO mood, and I'm going to tell you I'm in a PO mood, and you're going to probably understand why I'm in a PO mood. So
yeah, we're real, it's a very authentic relationship, and you have no idea the healing effect you're going to have on others when you decide to heal yourself. So what you've done is implemented this whole concept of post-traumatic growth, the fact that there is hope and healing after PTSD. The VA likes to put this PTSD, you're broken, you need medications, slap a Band-Aid on it kind of concept, where it's like, I don't want the Band-Aid. I'm not interested. My personal journey, I walked into the VA at my wit's end, not sure if I was going to make it through the day, and they medicated me without talking to me, without looking me in my eyes and having that conversation. And so we don't need the Band-Aid. We need the connection. We need our brothers and sisters to look us in the eyes and hug us and connect. And so, I think that what you're doing is so amazing, and it's bringing this sense of belonging to so many people that need it, even if they're coming in here to blow off steam for a couple minutes, even if they're coming in here to crack a couple jokes off or whatever. but to reconnect with our brothers and sisters after service. You know, there's so much unspoken understanding that happens in these relationships. So if you guys are interested in joining, of course, first and third Mondays of the
Yes,
month.
first and third Mondays. So the next one will be on this Monday, the 5th at 6:30. I'll be there at 6:15, but be at 6:30.
Okay.
We have the space till 8:30. Last time it lasted 8:30. There's no structure as of now because we're trying to get everyone in to feel comfortable. So the first couple ones will be like a meet and greet. Hopefully you will feel comfortable and you'll want to come back either. But yeah, first and third Mondays, and nothing will expand from there.
Okay. And where can people get hold of you?
You can either on Instagram, we're at Southern California Veterans Coalition, Facebook also at Southern California Veterans Coalition, at www.socalvetcoalition.org, and or you can email us at SoCalVeteransCoalition@gmail.com. Any one of those DMs, emails, if you're interested in coming, go ahead and send that message. You don't have to. If not, just show up at 6:30 here on Mondays, and we'll go from there. And also, if anyone that would have any kind of input, I'm always looking for information of what we need as veterans in the community. Like, I don't have a magic bubble. I can only go through my experience. So there's certain specific things that you're looking for that people need. Reach out to us, and I will do the research. I will get the information, and we can build it from there. It's not a thing put on by the community or SoCal Veterans. It's put on by us, by the veterans.
Yeah.
So.
And you're 100% self-funded at this point.
Yeah.
So if people are interested in donating, where can they donate?
Right now, you can contact us through either one of those outreaches that we have on there. And complete transparency, we are a California charity. I just haven't had the funding to go with the 501c. So federally, no tax benefits as of now, but we are a charity. You can find us on the California Business Board for charities. But as of now, just reach out to one of those, and anything. If you want to donate water for meetings, I mean, we don't care. Or time. Or if you just want to be someone that reaches out to a veteran one time, and anything, any small thing, of course, monetary too, don't get it wrong, but any small thing, you'd be surprised how far we can make that stretch to help somebody.
Fantastic. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate your time.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to send it right on back to you, David. Thank you, guys.
Excellent. Okay, well, we appreciate Daryl making his time to come down to our community and also be a leader here at Southern California Veterans Coalition, partnering with our community. And I love what he said about it's not just about what he's doing or Southern California Veterans Coalition. It's what can we do together? What can we accomplish together? So if you'd like to be a part of that, we've got that running on the first and third Mondays of every month here at our community. And next, we're going to jump into our next section with the Limitless Sports Academy. We're going to interview Dan Sletton right here in studio. So I'm going to send it right now to you, Amy.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Dan Sletton of Limitless Sports Academy. Fantastic what you have going on. I had no idea that this was a possibility. So explain to everybody what Limitless Sports Academy is.
So I jumped in with the Limitless Sports Academy last Labor Day in September. I had lost my job last summer and started up my own business doing sports performance training with youth athletes in the area. I received a call through coaching and friend networks for the Limitless Sports Academy was looking to bring in an additional sports performance coach to their program. And at first I had no idea what it was about, what was going on, had only known of the name through an athlete that I had coached previously a couple of years ago through the Marietta Junior All-American Broncos football program, and dove in headfirst with them to get involved with what they were offering to the community. So what the Limitless Sports Academy is all about is it's an on-site school-based program offering education, sports performance training, and most importantly, mentorship to kids who were looking to excel their athletic careers as student athletes. So this whole thing started pre-COVID. It was around. Started with a handful of athletes that were superior in their respective sports, but were struggling in the classroom. Coach Devon Walker, who owns the Sports Academy, dove in headfirst and took the initiative to spend the additional time with those kids to help start improving their grades. These kids had aspirations in college and professional sports careers, but were really struggling in the classroom. And what they didn't recognize was that there's no college without grades. So start bringing awareness to the classroom perspective of being a student athlete. And that immediately started to grow. So it went from seven student athletes in the beginning to pre-COVID, we're talking 30 kids enrolled in the Limitless Sports Academy. And then as soon as COVID jumped into play, schools shut down, the community shut down, everything shut down. Parents were looking for options. They were looking for answers. How do I get my kids, to continue with their academics? And I'm a parent myself, so I saw firsthand what a joke it was when schools let the kids know that whether or not you come back to class, your grade can't get any worse. And it was one of the worst announcements that you could have seen. So I saw kids neglect school completely. It became video games. It became, just everything was thrown off. Their entire social skill development, especially for the younger kids, was thrown off. So where the Limitless Sports Academy really hit it off was offering classroom settings where kids can still be together. Not only are you now not sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours a day, trying to listen and pay attention and stay focused on what the teacher was offering via Zoom or Google Classroom, but now you have the social development where you are still with peers your own age. In addition to that, a lot of the kids that, again, were stuck at home lost the physical activity portion of what was already a limited environment in the school. So now we, in addition to the classroom setting where they're focused on their classroom and academics, they're working out with us. And I'm not talking just doing jumping jacks, push-ups, or watching a YouTube video for PE. These workouts are sport specific, they're strength based, it's speed, it's agility, and we have 6 strength and sport performance coaches on staff that are working with these kids in their respective sports. And it's not just traditional sports like football and basketball and baseball. We have extreme athletes that are BMX racers, off-road racing, we have swimmers and water polo players. Anything under the sun that's active that a kid can compete in and engage themselves in. We offer the classroom, the sports performance, but again, more importantly, the mentorship to all of those kids.
It's fantastic. And I know you also highlighted the nutrition program as well.
Yes, absolutely. So every student that comes on board with the Limitless Sports Academy, day one, we do a body analysis composition for them. So in addition to getting just their weight up like you would off of a normal scale at home, we're able to analyze their muscle mass composition, their body fat percentage, and then from that uniquely design a meal plan specific to the individual athlete. It's not a cookie cutter mold where everybody is handed the same meal plan to go home and try and accommodate to. These are specific plans so that if you're a in-season athlete and you're burning more energy on a daily basis, your calorie intake is going to be accommodating to that. If you are somebody who's in an off-season phase of your respective sport and you're not as active, you're more of a muscle building, strength building mode, we're going to accommodate your macronutrients, your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats to specifically accomplish the goals that they're working on at the time.
That's absolutely incredible. Our school systems have been slowly pushing out physical education for a long time, and of course nutrition hasn't really been addressed as well. So you have this entire school where they not only get education, but the physical stimulation, the social stimulation, and so it really is all encompassing. And then it goes all the way up until high school. So at that point, then you're helping them with the scholarships and getting into college. So the mentorship from second grade, correct?
Second grade is our youngest student athletes right now, correct?
Okay, fantastic. So if people want to join in the school, you are accepting students as of right now, and that's a continual thing.
Absolutely, open enrollment right now, and we're not only here at our headquarters in Temecula, starting Monday. Monday's a huge day for the Limitless Sports Academy. Not only are we launching our after-school training programs, which will allow students that are not enrolled in the academy to begin training with us, but we also are launching our second location, the self-made training facility out in Redlands. So it's about an hour from here, so we're starting to really cover ground in the entire Inland Empire.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I imagine so. I think it's just a matter of parents finding out that you guys exist and then, getting their students in there. I love what you're doing as a mother, so I would love to come on over and take a tour of what you got going on over there. But if people want to sign up for the school right now, how can they go about doing that?
Easiest way to do that is to visit our website, www.limitlesssportsacademy.org.
Okay. And then there's a cost involved. So what does the cost look like? Do you guys have grants available, or what are the options there?
So right now, an enrollment fee will secure your spot. As I mentioned, we're growing and expanding, so with that, obviously, tuition will start to increase as well. By enrolling now, you will be able to secure our monthly $3.99 tuition, which will grandfather into our growing headquarters location out here in Temecula, as well as with any of the other locations that we will have in place in the future.
That's fantastic. $99 to get it started. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for your time today, Dan.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And of course, we're going to follow it up with some kind of tour here in the future.
Yes.
We're going to send it right back to David as of now. And happy Friday, guys.
All right, excellent. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Today we had Daryl Miller with Southern California Veterans Coalition, who is running a veterans group right here in our community on the first and third Monday of every month. We just had our good friend, our new friend, Dan, on. Thank you for joining us with Limitless Sports Academy. But I wanted to remind you guys of a couple of fun things that we have going on right here in French Valley. This weekend, we have first the Hilarious Comedy, which is going to be tonight. The 8 o'clock show is sold out. The 10 o'clock show, there are still tickets left. We've got the Grandma of Comedy that is going to be there. We have Manny Maldonado and Mike Cano. And then, of course, tomorrow, the 7th annual French Valley Easter Extravaganza from 11 to 2 o'clock. There is going to be an Easter Bunny run. What's an Easter Bunny run? An Easter Bunny run is where you're going to try to beat the Easter Bunny in this run. There's going to be train rides. There's going to be bounce houses, a petting zoo, egg contest. There's going to be vendors that are going to be doing a lot of really fun things for the community. Games, balloons, face painting, dance contests, raffles and prizes, a live DJ, and photos with the Easter Bunny. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join us either tonight, tomorrow, or both. Thank you guys for watching our community news. Please feel free to share this around so that your community knows what's happening in the community, and come out and see us every Sunday from 9 to 1 o'clock, except for this Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, at our French Valley Merchant Market. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you on Monday for our community news. Have a great day, everybody.